How to trick your brain into loving boring tasks using AI-generated gamification. I used to think I was lazy. Every spreadsheet, every email, every treadmill session felt like mental sandpaper. No matter how many hacks I tried, Pomodoro timer, cold showers, dopamine detoxes, you name it. I still found myself procrastinating on the simplest tasks. Then one night, somewhere between an AI prompt and a behavioral psychology forum, I stumbled on something that changed everything. What if the problem wasn't me, but the way my brain perceived effort? Imagine a world where brushing your teeth felt as thrilling as winning a game of chess, where folding laundry gave the same rush as unlocking an achievement in a video game. It sounds absurd, I know, but I'm here to tell you that it's not just possible. It's already happening. The secret lies in tricking the brain using AI-generated gamification. And once you understand the system behind it, you'll never look at boring the same way again.
Let me rewind a little. A few months ago, I was drowning in digital drudgery, managing emails, updating spreadsheets, organizing files. It was like quicksand. Every click felt heavier than the last. And what made it worse? I knew what I was supposed to be doing. I had goals, I had systems, I had dashboards and bullet journals filled with color-coded intentions. But none of it stuck. The dopamine just wasn't there. Something vital was missing. And then, like most modern rabbit holes, it started with a Reddit thread. Someone had used ChatGPT to create a personalized RPG game that rewarded them for doing chores. No fancy apps, just prompts, spreadsheets, and a little imagination. They'd built a narrative where doing the dishes earned XP, and going for a jog unlocked story chapters. It sounded silly, but something about it clicked. Could I really rewrite the story of my daily life? I had to try it. I opened a new chat and started feeding prompts to my AI. Create a cyberpunk-themed point system for daily habits. The AI responded with a storyline about a dystopian hacker trying to rebuild civilization, one task at a time. Suddenly, my to-do list wasn't just a list, it was a mission. Email inbox 0 became decrypting a blacklisted data cache. Laundry, sanitizing stealth gear before the next operation. My heart rate spiked, not because the tasks changed, but because how my brain saw them did. That's when I learned the first core truth. Our brains aren't wired for productivity. They're wired for survival and reward. And if your task doesn't feel rewarding, your brain will reject it, no matter how important it is. But what if we could override that system? What if AI could be the middleman between your logical self and your emotional brain? Here's the twist. It's not just possible, it's programmable. Using AI, I began to build modular task worlds based on my moods. On low-energy days, I'd switch to a cozy fantasy theme. Tasks became potion brewing, scroll transcription, dragon feeding. On hyper-focused days, it was a sleek sci-fi world, full of neural upgrades and quantum puzzles. And the deeper I personalized it, the more powerful it became. I even asked the AI to simulate a companion character who would message me updates and encouragement throughout the day. It sounds ridiculous until you realize your brain doesn't care if the story is fake. It only cares if it feels real. When my virtual assistant Rhea messaged me that the Rebel Alliance was counting on me to finish editing my video, I got up and did it. Not because I wanted to, but because the narrative momentum demanded it. And then something even stranger happened. My resistance to tasks began to dissolve. Not just while I was in the game, but outside of it too. I started craving the rituals I used to avoid. The rewards weren't real, but the dopamine was. It was like reprogramming my nervous system, and it worked, faster than I ever expected. That's when I realized I was no longer tricking my brain. I was training it. I had unknowingly created a behavioral feedback loop, powered by AI and story, that reconditioned how I experienced effort. The implications were terrifying and exhilarating. So how do you do this yourself? The good news is, it's easier than it sounds.
Start by identifying a task you hate, something small. Maybe it's doing the dishes. Then ask your AI assistant, ChatGPT, Claude, whatever you use, to wrap it in a narrative. Give it stakes, a setting, a role. Tell it to generate a reward system with XP levels or unlockable story fragments. The more absurd, the better. Your brain loves novelty. Then commit, even if it feels cringe. Especially if it feels cringe. That discomfort? That's your adult ego trying to kill your inner child. Don't let it. Your inner child wants to play. And once you give it permission, the boring becomes beautiful. AI isn't just helping us get things done. It's becoming our co-architect in rewriting reality. But it doesn't stop there. You can stack layers, add music that matches the theme, generate visual badges or collectible artifacts using image AI. Use voice synthesis to have your virtual mentor congratulate you when you reach milestones. You're not just doing tasks anymore. You're world-building your life. And the best part? The brain doesn't distinguish between real and imagined reward systems. Dopamine is dopamine, which means you're free to write your own. Now, I wake up and check my mission briefings instead of a to-do list. I don't go for a run. I scout the outskirts of the memory ruins, logging physical telemetry for the archive. It's ridiculous, it's childish. And it works. My productivity has skyrocketed, not because I grind harder, but because I play smarter. This isn't about escaping reality. It's about enhancing it. In a world where AI is often feared for replacing us, maybe its true potential lies in rewriting us, softly, playfully, one gamified quest at a time. So if you're stuck, burned out, dreading another empty checkbox, ask yourself, what story would make this worth doing? And then, let AI help you write it. Your brain doesn't need motivation. It needs meaning. And meaning, that's something we can create. If this video made you rethink how you approach daily life, imagine where your mind could go next. Subscribe for more stories that blend psychology, AI, and the future of human potential. We're just getting started, and the next level unlocks soon.